Alright, I'm going to try this again. I was live a little bit ago, but it was saying unable to load the chat. So we'll try this again, see how it goes. Alright, if you guys are here, you're welcome to say things. Should be live. Should be dead. If I just click on learn more, that'll go away. Okay, if anybody's talking, I'm not seeing anything. Looks like everything's okay, but... Hi, Aaron. What's up? Alright, so... Assuming people are here and can talk, I will push forward. Welcome, everyone, to Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest. Turn my volume down a little bit here. Alright, welcome to Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest. I have just finished up Dodongo's Cavern, and we're going to press forward. Hi, Ashley Brown. Thank you. I'm happy to be live. It's always good to not be dead. You guys can go ahead and let me know how the audio sounds, how I sound compared to the game's audio. Generally, I like to, at least from the get-go, have me be pretty loud compared to the game audio, just because my voice is so quiet. I don't want the music like blasting at you guys and can hardly hear me because, of course, I'm more important. So, how you doing, Highly and Link 456? Welcome. Looks like I picked the right game based on your username. Spoiler alert, Link is actually Hylian. He is not Kokiri. But we will learn that later. For now, I don't know if that was worth a Oh, and I have a full wallet anyway, so. Only thing missing from these streams. Yeah, I'm afraid... I don't know if I quite have the enthusiasm or the energy to do recaps just on a lark like that, but maybe one day. Once I build a little bit more confidence. What is up, Harsh? You're saying the game is quiet. Let me turn that up a little bit. Turn up just a hair. Okay, I turned it up a little bit. Never want to go too nuts. But for now, let's just tinker around a little bit. I know I can go to Goron City and get the, in this case it'd be the big bomb bag. And I still, to this day, don't quite know how this works. I don't know if you keep dropping bombs and then he just eventually gives it to you. Because it seems like it's just random every time. I didn't think I was really that old, Harsh. You're really living up to your name. So while I wait for people to talk and show up, let's do some really boring crap like blow up rocks. How is everyone today? It is 10:34 where I am. So my day's coming to an end. Let's see. My best friend and I watched our old Let's Plays forever ago, and now we start our D&D sessions with a recap. Oh my goodness. Well, that's very flattering. Thank you. Wait, there's no game audio at all. Okay. Well, we can't have that. I mean, granted, I'm very important, but... Let's see. Alright, so I think that'll do it. Turn it down just a teeny bit. Alright, so let me know if that did it. I believe that did it. I'm pretty good, Hylian, thank you. Had my MRI today to check on my cancer. Oh my goodness. Well, I did not know that about you, Silent Phil. I'm very sorry, buddy. You're welcome to share a little bit more if you'd like, but if you'd rather not, that's totally okay. I shouldn't be doing this with a full wallet. Actually, I probably have enough to upgrade my wallet now. Nah, whatever. Screw it. We're doing it anyway. Don't care. This is a perfect game. No better way to end the day than to watch Sith do a stream. Your videos got me through high school. Well, that's wonderful to hear, Ashley. Thank you. High school is not very fun. And anything I can do to make that better, I'm very happy to do. Yeah, it has been a while, Phil. I know I've kind of been off the radar over the years, but I have not forgot you. I do remember you. You were a very avid viewer of mine and a very avid supporter. I have a feeling it's going to be like that my whole life. Well, this could be your, let's see. I think we all have that game that we've never beaten. A game that we don't necessarily dislike. We claim we like it. But for whatever reason, we just never finish it. We can never bring ourselves to finish it. And it could be because deep down we don't like it very much. Because if we loved it, we probably would have finished it. But what the heck do I know? I'm trying to think of a game for me where that's an example. BioShock, that was the case for quite a while. Like, I finally finished that game about 2 years ago. As far as games I've never played, probably what is going to go down as my most notorious example is Kingdom Hearts. It's just, I don't know what it is about it. I can't say I'm not interested in it, but push comes to shove, I just always play something else and I never play that. Let's see. Had a massive seizure, 2016, small tumor, brain surgery on January 13th. Wow. Well, I hope for the absolute best outcome, my friend. That is just devastating to hear, buddy. you know, that was about 3 years ago now, and I can't say how you're doing health-wise, but you have managed to make it to one of my streams at least, so I guess there's that. Let's see. Never beat Majora's Mask. I can understand that. It's not the most accessible game. Yeah, I remember you saying a couple of times, Harsh, you're not really into the 3D Zeldas as much. And a few Final Fantasies for me. Yeah, I'm like that with Final Fantasy. I just can't bring myself to really get into that series. I've tried it time and time again. I've taken a few shots at Final Fantasy VI, which is, you know, possibly the best Final Fantasy game. And I just... it's just not an enjoyable game for me. Like, I can't stand the overworld in that game. It's just so dull. And it's just played with a lot of the things I don't like about RPGs in general. I just don't like random encounters. I don't like having to fight the same enemies over and over again. Yep. A lot of people like Final Fantasy IX. I've tried it a couple times. Same results. Maybe one day. Maybe I'll play Final Fantasy VII Remake when it comes out. I don't know. Let's see. As far as second dungeon, it wasn't that into it. Yeah, once you get to Snowhead, I mean, Snowhead's not the most interesting dungeon, so I could see that maybe being a little bit of a stopping point for some people. What's up, Madeline Fern? How are you? Let's see. That's great to hear, Silent Phil. I'm glad the results were positive. And I hope that continues, very much so. Yep. Evolution Worlds sounds pretty bland, honestly. What's up, Mulvi? How are you? You're just gonna ask what I thought about the remake. More than anything else, I'm happy for the fans, and I'm happy it's really getting momentum and finally coming out, because I know people have been wanting that game, like, more than just about anything on the planet, and it just kept feeling like it was just never going to come out, and looks like it's, honest to God, finally got momentum. You know, we've got trailers and box art, actual honest to God release date, not some TBA Q4 2029. I'm mostly just I mean, I'm glad to see it finally coming out. We're slowly but surely, over the years, been scratching games off the list of development hell. You know what? I'll do you a solid. I'll wait even 7 years. How about that? Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I know that remake's coming out or whatever. Let's see. Pretty mediocre. I have mono. Hopefully this will help. I'm sorry to hear that, Madeline. Or Madeline. But whatever I can do to help. Don't know how much I can help physically, but were you ever into Resident Evil? Not really. I actually played Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 7 was like, I enjoyed a good portion of that game. When you're in the house and you're doing a lot of stuff with the Baker family, and like each member of the family is kind of like their own chapter of the game, and they kind of like, they're the different bosses of the game essentially. I thought that stuff was quite interesting, but then Unfortunately, the game takes this pretty big left turn and it stops being about the Baker family. And it focuses on this chick named Evelyn. And you have to like go on this ship and find her. And I just thought the game took a giant dump after that. I just didn't think the game was all that great after that. I thought the Baker family was kind of what made the game interesting, and the game just said, hey, let's just ditch that and have you go after this like kind of generic creepy little girl. And I just thought the game kind of sucked after that, and the final boss, if you can even call it that, in Resident Evil 7 was just freaking garbage. Like, that was just utter crap. I mean, it just like plays the game for you, essentially. So, I don't know. It was alright, but I'll probably never play it again. And, Resident Evil 4 is like a very important game. But I tried playing that game. I just could not stand the way it controlled. I don't know. Like, it was just very uncomfortable. And, the 2 remake came out. People really liked it, but it just didn't interest me that much. Sorry. So I'm not sure I'll ever play another Resident Evil game. Let's see. Gameplay was basically listen to a bunch of story, then go randomly and generate dungeons. Yeah, sounds kind of poo-poo. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon has that surprises me that a game like that has a good story. Yeah, if I can give emotional support, Madeline, I guess that's the best I can do. Yeah, I'm sure he did. I'm sure, yeah. I mean, from what I played of it, that Curious George game was... Yeah, they really nailed the platforming genre when they made that game. Yeah, and I'm like I said, I'm still not really sure to this day how this Big Goron bombing section here works, because... Like, everything I've kind of looked up on the internet is just sort of like... Drop a bomb, and then eventually he'll, like, give you a bomb bag. I don't know if he just, like, eventually does it, or there's a certain time, or... I don't know. It seems like after a few times, he just randomly gives it to me. I don't know what it is. I've never seen a specific number on the internet. I hated the enemies. You had to use the thermal scope on Resident Evil 4. I just chucked grenades. It sounds probably like what I would do. Resident Evil also has the problem on my end, which is that I just could not possibly care less about zombies anymore. I am just so unbelievably bored with zombies. I was bored with zombies like 8 years ago. It is really hard to sell zombies to me now. I don't care. They're just ugly, boring shotgun fodder. They're not interesting. They're not enjoyable. They're not fun. So, in order for me to like a Resident Evil game, there's a pretty big threshold I gotta get over. Is this Breath of the Wild 2? It is, actually. I'm not sure why they took this approach, but... I mean, they had the Breath of the Wild engine. They're ready to go. For whatever reason, they just decided to go back and use the Ocarina of Time 3D engine. But people like Ocarina of Time, so I won't complain too much, I guess. I'm going to try this one more time. If he doesn't give me the stupid bomb bag here, I'll probably just move on, because who wants to see this for half an hour? This is all about the Master Quest, and I'm not showcasing the Master Quest very much. Alright, piece of garbage, fine. Whatever. Yep, so, I don't know. I don't know how this works. I guess we'll just, carry 20 bombs. How about that? Well, you can get both upgrades by either stopping the rolling Goron or the bowling alley. I think that was the case. Is that actually the case, Silent Phil? Because I thought you got one from the Goron here, and then you get the other from the Bomb Chew game. You can do it in either order. But I thought you had to do one and then do the other. Whichever one you receive first is the bigger one, and then the one you do last gives you the biggest one. That's how I've always gotten it. If you can receive both, then man, this game, man, learn new stuff all the time. All right, so I guess we'll just make our way to the top of Death Mountain. Just what I found online. All right, is it from like Zelda Dungeon or Zelda Universe? I'm just wondering if it's from Reddit user, you know, Waluigi for Life 33. Then you know maybe that's not true, but. Yay, first try. Let's see. Is this the 3DS American Dad game? Yeah, who would have thought? Who would have thought the American Dad game was this good? Zelda Dungeon, well, they're pretty reliable from what I remember, so. That's nuts. That's nuts. The Zelda world, where you can go in a hole and it's just like, here's a cow with the world's largest nose ring. Alright, Axie. In the 3DS version, I never remember the Ocarina song, so I try to just go by like the letters and spell a word if I can. So AXY, so I'll just remember Axie for Epona's song, I guess. Anyway, I have a brother and a sister backing up my answer on this one. You have to get the Goron to stop in the cave alcove thing. Okay. Now that actually sounds familiar. I think that rings a bell. Not sure what the Zelda equivalent of ringing a bell would be. So I apologize ahead of time if you see me like go in a direction and then quickly turn around and go the other direction. It's because I'm playing the Master Quest version here and it's mirrored on the 3DS. So out of force of habit, sometimes I go a certain way and I'm like, oh wait, no, it's mirrored. OMFG Zex. Who is he? I've never heard of him. What compels you to keep coming back to this game? Probably nostalgia, to be honest. I mean, what compels you to come back to the Scooby-Doo game you play all the time, Harsh? Certain games, I mean, they're just kind of like autopilot. I mean, just you play them and it's like you're home. When I play Ocarina of Time, I'm home. I say as I climb up a ladder and shoot spiders. Yeah, at the very least, you take a speedrunning approach. I mean, this is Ocarina of Time's like what? Probably the most popular game to speedrun. That, I don't know, maybe Mario 64. I don't even know anymore. I don't keep up with that stuff that much now. Cause oh my god, really? Okay. I did not mean to do that. Really hoping for a Switch port. I mean, I'm always down for ports and remasters of any game I like. I mean, first of all, I'm garbage who likes to spend money on the same games over and over again. But also, anything to... See, I just went that way instead of this way. But, I mean, any opportunity to, like, take a game and upgrade it and improve it, I'm down for that. Alright, Zelda's Lullaby is XA X. So think of XA on the blank XA. That'll be how I'll try to remember this. Yeah, just wrong warped again, and yeah, they kind of like ruined speedrunning of Ocarina of Time when they figured that out. Do I play Ocarina of Time on the bus? I probably would if I took the bus, but let's see. Beginning with Deku Nuts, yeah, or the fishing rod. Ocarina of Time in X, but this time Link is dressed like an elf. This time you can play as Zelda. For me, it's my GTA games. More adult, but still, it's my home, and thus why I do 100% playthroughs on them so much. Oh, yeah. I don't have a lot of experience with the later GTA games, actually. I played the absolute crap out of 3 in Vice City. I don't know. For whatever reason, by the time I got to, by the time San Andreas came along, I just kind of got out of the games for whatever reason. So I didn't really play that game very much. I played an okay amount of San Andreas, but not very much. And same with 4. I haven't played 5. Alright, so can we go in here and get this heart piece and leave in time? Okay, well, there's the Scatula, first of all. Alright, I have to remember it's mirrored, for starters. Which means it's this way. And the ladder is... here. Okay. Oh. And we get a heart piece. Oh, that's one way to get it. I managed to get it at least. Normally I do it and then I drop down there and then I just respawn to the beginning. Oh. Let's see. What's up, Griffin Lobster? How are you? Welcome. The best part was when Kylo Ren's penis turned into a lightsaber. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I talked about having all these problems with Rise of Skywalker. I mean, honestly, like, that basically saved the movie. So I don't know why I gave any criticism of it. Of course, they should have named it The Rise of Kylo Ren, I guess. Anyway, what's up, Griff? How you doing? Did I play Pokemon Sword and Shield? Yes, I did. I finished it, I don't know, maybe like 3 weeks ago or so. Something like that. It was alright. Decent, not great. It's one of these games where, like, I feel like I tear it apart and I criticize it more than I praise it. And yet, I put like 60 hours into it. So, it's like, how much did I dislike it when I put that amount of time into it? Anyway, what's up, Tattooed Yoshi? How are you? Sorry. Saw you came in a little bit ago. How are you? Let's see. I'm just staring again. Still not very far. I've been stuck in Sea of Thieves and Borderlands 3 for a while. I kind of forgot about both of those games. Like every now and then I see like just the name Sea of Thieves. I'm like, oh yeah, that game came out. I didn't even bother to finish the post game. Yeah, I mean, was there even much of a post game in Sword and Shield? I don't remember if there was. I guess now that we know there's expansions coming out, maybe they didn't bother much with a post game for that reason. Glad to hear it, Griff. Glad to hear you're all right. You saw Rise of Skywalker. You probably already texted me about it. But you're welcome to share like a paragraph or two of your thoughts on the movie if you'd like. Porridge. Well, I'm more of a cream of wheat guy, I'm afraid, but anyway, what's up, Roger Rewoodkin? How are you? Would you play Ocarina of Time with green eggs and ham? I'm down for any change that they bring to Ocarina of Time. I'm down with it. I'll probably play it. Ocarina of Time, but this time Link only has one eyeball. I mean, I'll probably play that. Moo. Yeah. There's a couple of cows in this game with criminally large nose rings. You said you would play Pokemon in a vid a year ago. What happened to that? I don't know. Probably the same thing that happens to everything else I announce. It was like an idea I had probably that day. And I just kind of forgot about it. Do I have 20 gold Scatulas yet? I have 10 gold Scatulas. Okay, so not even close. Why did I think I would have had 20 by now? Yeah, you can give your non-spoilery thoughts if you'd like. Well, I'd like to think people can be themselves and express themselves here, Roger, so that is... If that is what you are, that is fine with me. Hopefully okay with other people in the chat as well. Call it Waluigi of Time, replace with... I mean... If you haven't, I probably exist when it comes to this game. I mean, just pay attention to whatever videos YouTube recommends to you. I mean, that is an abyss of just buffoonery. I mean, I saw a video the other day. It was like Smash Bros. 64, but they put like Eric Cartman in it. Like, that's an idea I'm glad someone had. I'm glad the internet has that to enjoy. Anyway, we're going to talk to him from behind him so that he turns around. And then he's stuck turned around. So they're about as useless as you are. Muto, or whatever your name is. Aha! See, I ruined him. Now he's turned around that way. I have arrived to do nothing. Hey, that's my job. Let's see. Sequel trilogy made me feel more empty thing, in all honesty. Made you feel more empty than anything ever has. I mean, I can see that, I guess. It can, You saw that video too, yeah. I mean, that's how YouTube is. I mean, it's this crazy rabbit hole of like you just see something recommended, and you're just like, well, yep, that sure is a video that exists. Yeah, a B movie, but every time they say B, the Lord of the Rings trilogy plays. I'm glad the world has that to enjoy. Hotel Hell episodes. That's one of Gordon Ramsay's like 17 shows that he has this week. Am I correct? I feel like Gordon Ramsay just gets bored and he's like, maybe I'll start a show. He's always some new show. I'm like, dude, have leisure. Like, all right, Silent Phil, great to have you here. I know it was a little brief, a little impromptu, but always good to hear from you, buddy. Thanks for coming by, and I hope for the absolute best for your future, my friend. So, thank you, and take care, man. Keep recommending toddler videos and Arthur episodes. There's nothing wrong with that. I guess it depends on the toddler videos themselves. But Arthur episodes can be hidden gems, actually. There are some quite solid Arthur episodes. If you want a great, solid Arthur episode, look no further than an episode called Bleep. Just look up Arthur Bleep. If that episode's on YouTube, I highly recommend watching like maybe 2 or 3 minutes of it. By all means, watch the whole thing if it intrigues you enough, but it's basically like a censored episode. It's an episode about swearing. You know, some kid shows like to do episodes about swearing. You know, SpongeBob's done that, Rugrats has done that, and Arthur has done that. And it also has a Sopranos parody at the beginning, which is just awesome. Let's see. Gordon Ramsay making a show about making shows about how everyone's food is literal ass. Yeah. I mean, pretty much. I have a few rants about that. I should make a show, yeah. I mean, I think that's what he does. I think he just gets bored sometimes. He's like, maybe I'll do a new show. Man, it's like, dude, how many shows do you need? How many different ways can we cook? I always remember the TV Free Week episode from Arthur. Actually, I'm not familiar with that one. But of course, Arthur's been on the air for 24 years, so I guess a few episodes are going to slip through the cracks for me. Let's see. All right, I'll read what you have to say in a little bit, Griff. No, what you said is something I need to pay attention to. So, yeah, the magic beans they're a little candy-like, for sure. It's unfortunate you have to just plant them and let them grow for 7 years. Come on, give me the icon. Give me... Oh, God, I hate this crap. It's like sometimes the grab option just doesn't really appear. Like, again, it didn't appear. Or it was very brief. There we go. Basically, the kids can't watch TV for a week. Sounds a little familiar. I might have seen it. I don't know. And Buster was desperate to watch his Batman knockoff show. Buster always has, like, first world problems like that. Like, I don't want to study. I really like the episode where they try to just get Buster to read a book because he's never read a whole book before. And the whole episode's just them trying to get him to read a book, and he just, every time, he can't finish the book. They give him a chapter book, and then every time he just stops reading it. They're like, hey, did you finish the book? He's like, oh, I only got to page 2. Yeah, it's little fun episodes like that. Oh yeah, XA. There's a few heart pieces and garbage in this place. I just don't feel like doing any of that. Buster tried to be Amish. Like that's always the kind of stuff they do with Buster's character. It's just odd little, like, idiosyncratic crap like that. That might be part of why they gave him his own spin-off. Alright, let's see. Let me read a little bit of what you had to say here, Griff, about... Let's see. I enjoyed Rise of Skywalker, however, I feel as if I enjoyed it in the shallowest possible level. The action was pretty good, set-piece moments were nice, several performances stood out. But virtually none of the big emotional moments landed for me. And I can feel how badly the creator had for me. 1 or 2 moments hit, but not many more than that. I think it's because of how obviously terrified of its own fans this movie was. It took no chances, deviated from the formula not one jot, and the fans' disgusting outcry against The Last Jedi is to blame. With that, I'll say the movie was heavily fanservice-y, but even those moments didn't delight me. It just felt like pandering. I don't know, my expectations were in the basement, and it wasn't that bad. But thoroughly meh. Pleasant movie, but not an engaging one, 6 out of 10. And now I'll shut up. Hey, Zelda is a thing, yeah. Yeah, that's more or less how I was. I feel like a lot of my enjoyment... from the movie, yeah, I mean, it was just kind of like a lot of very shallow enjoyment I get from a lot of movies. Like, oh, cool, action. It's like, I enjoyed kind of the typical Star Wars-y stuff in it, you know. You know, the lightsaber fights were cool, the space fights were cool, like, you know, any of that kind of stuff. I liked some of that stuff, but for the most part, a lot of the emotional stuff and the more character-driven stuff just did very little for me, unfortunately. And, yeah, it was just kind of all over the place, kind of like fetch questy. I don't know, it just didn't feel like it had a lot of, like, Star Wars magic to it. A lot of stuff happened in it, and I just kind of came out of the scenes going, oh. Okay. I guess that happened. Like, I guess, Rey can, like, heal wounds. Oh, okay. Oh, there's, like, a snake thing? Oh, she, like, healed the snake thing. Oh, okay. I guess that happened. Oh, okay. So they they like open up the thing they got, and they can like see the thing. Okay. Oh, okay. So we're in like the ruined Death Star. Oh, Rey's, there's like an evil Rey. Okay. So there's like an evil Rey or something. Yeah. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of like surprises or holy craps or oh man, that was awesome. Man, that was very satisfying. Oh, I loved that. You know, it was just kind of scenes just kind of came and went. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it was very fetch questy for me. And yeah, I mean, I've kind of talked about this in the last stream, but the movie also, unfortunately, just kind of was a product of kind of bad creative mismanagement. It's like they had a pretty competent writing team in Force Awakens, and for whatever reason, they just ditched that writing team and said, let's just give it to some dude who directed 2 Breaking Bad episodes. And then after that, they were just like, alright, let's give it to these other people. Let's give it to like 1/3 of the writing team originally. And let's also try to retcon some of the things from the last movie, and I don't know. So it ended up just being kind of just like a series of too many ideas. And I don't know what it was with the way they approached writing the film, but it was like, man, the movie's pacing was just it was just too fast. It's like they didn't let anything breathe in that movie. I mean, you're like 7 minutes into the movie, and it's like, okay, Emperor's back. All right, we gotta go by. Okay, so the Emperor's back. All right, we gotta go on a mission. We gotta stop him. Okay, let's go. It's like we're like 8 minutes in. I'm like, all right, can I pause the movie for a second? So the Emperor's back. Can we talk about that a little bit? No? Okay, so I guess he's just back. Okay. Or he never left, or something, because, no one's ever really gone. Yeah, and then the co-writer of Batman v Superman. That was like, a plate of doo-doo, apparently. Like, I don't know, I guess he never left. Or he was one with the Force. Or he didn't really die. Or it's a different Palpatine. Or it's a clone. Screw it. Don't have time. Last movie. More important things. Yeah, I know. Like, the opening scroll's like, Emperor's back. It's like the first line. I'm like, oh. Okay. Did I miss a movie? And that's never a good thing. When you get to the second or third or fourth movie in your series, and you're like, wait, did I miss a movie? Giant sigh, we're fishing. That's kind of how it felt, I mean, I guess I can respect the fact that they were like, let's not waste a lot of time. This is the 3rd movie of this trilogy. It's the 9th movie of the series. We know these characters. We know who the Emperor is. Let's just kind of get going. But man, I mean, like 10 minutes into the movie, I was like, I felt like I walked in at the end of the 2nd act or something. Buy the novels and the comics. Yeah, there we go. Just go to Wikipedia for everything else you want to know. Anyway, the movie's okay, I guess. Although I won't really spoil it, but the movie kind of ruined what is kind of a Star Wars tradition that people might not really know about. But the last roughly 2 minutes, roughly maybe 2.5 minutes of every Star Wars movie, give or take, has no dialogue. It's usually just quiet character moments, if you think about it. Star Wars ends with like a quiet character moment. The one exception is at the end of Phantom Menace, when Boss Nass gets the little glowy thing, he goes, "Peace!" But other than that, it's pretty much usually quiet character moments. But then they had to freaking ruin it because some stupid lady shows up. And Ray has to say something. Like, you guys ruined it. Maybe this movie did take chances. I don't know. But they ruined everything. If Abrams got to do what he wanted for The Last Jedi, I think, yeah, that's I mean, even if they just gave The Last Jedi to him. You know, I mean, Rian Johnson just came out with a movie called, what is it, Knives Out, which is apparently, like, phenomenal. And he directed a couple of episodes of Breaking Bad, one of which is Ozymandias, which is the best episode of Breaking Bad, and therefore possibly the best episode of television ever. The guy has an impressive resume as far as direction, but not really with science fiction and Star Wars, and it's kind of baffling. The way Red Letter Media put it is like they gave Star Wars to some guy. That's kind of what they did with The Last Jedi. They're just like, here's some guy. Like sole writer and director. Oh, okay, I guess I got that fish. Okay. Well, that's one way to catch a fish. Yeah, you loved Knives Out. See, in 1917, Tomorrow better be good. Yeah, I've heard good things. It's directed by Sam Mendes, and he is a very consistently great director. He's directed one of my favorite movies, American Beauty. I feel like I don't care about that movie as much as I used to, but still very good. I think that was his first movie he directed as well. I don't know why I'm walking around trying to find the stupid sinking lure. I'd say Looper is science fiction, though, kinda. Yeah, maybe. But you know what I mean. Like, even if you, like, despise Jar Jar Abrams, I mean, like, it made sense looking at him and saying, how about you direct the new Star Wars? You know? Rian Johnson, not so much. I don't know. I don't know if he went to, like, Kathleen Kennedy's Christmas party and witnessed something. I don't know. But whatever. Mandalorian's good. Watch it. We'll call it Rogue 2. Yeah. This is Rogue 2. There's a guy in Empire Strikes Back that says that like 12 times. Alright, that's enough of that garbage. And he's also not wearing a hat, so I can't catch the hat. Hey, look, it's the boogie. Oh, I forgot about turning in the rod. Hey, did you guys know if you turn the camera this way, you can see Link's face when you do this? Hold on. Oh, face! Look at him making that face. Alright. Yes. Oh. I'll come back in 7 years. Let's see. It felt more like they gave Star Wars to someone who had heard of Star Wars but not really seen the trilogies all the way through to have a good idea of where to pick up part 2 of the trilogy from. Yeah, maybe. I mean, just keep the same frickin' team. I don't know if those guys just weren't available to write the second movie, or if they just didn't feel like it, or I don't know. Whatever reason, they gave it over to some other folks, and probably wasn't a good idea. There wasn't a consistent vision. Anyway, let's go here and make a song that goes A. There we go. Oh wait, the song you played me stays in my heart. Oh yeah, Super Princess Peach. That's a game that exists. Super Princess Peach is one of those games I definitely enjoyed 100%ed, but whenever anyone brings it up, oh no, you died. You do what, Griff? Whenever anyone brings it up, I'm like, oh yeah, that game. It is very much an oh yeah, that game kind of game. For sure. So because we enter Lake Hylia from the water there, we don't get the little cinematic when we enter. So you actually have to leave, and then if you come back, you get the cinematic. But I'm not going to do it yet, because I don't like the opening cinematic of an area when it's nighttime, because it's all boring and there's no music. I beat the first, I don't know, it kind of bored me, but I don't usually play Mario 2D platformers much. Interesting that you 100%ed it, Griff. Oh. Oh no. Why are you here? I don't know how many people know that he's actually here. Yeah, he's actually here. He'll come here. No. The water's not really that deep. Hey, I know all these things. You already told me about the Zoras. And I've already been to Lake Hylia. I've done all the things, Kippora. Why don't you be like, hey, if you drop a bomb here, there's a hard piece down here. Look at those guys. Look at these guys. Oh my god, there's a fence. What do we do? What do we do? Oh my god. I gave him a free hit. Yeah, I guess I could have like pulled up Let's Go in another tab or something. Let's see. Started playing Breath of the Wild since I got a Switch for Christmas. So much fun, yeah. Breath of the Wild is amazing. It is an incredible game. It's one of my favorite games ever. I do not have a Deku Shield. Crap. Can I... Maybe I can... Okay. I must buy this hard piece. Oh god, thing. Okay. Let's see. I'm actually wearing a Breath of the Wild shirt. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of interesting you 100% of that game, Griff. Is it like the kind of game that you can very easily 100%? Like you can 100% the whole game in like an hour? Or did you just adore it so much that you just had to get every little thing in it? What's up, name not found? Hopefully you are able to find some kind of identity in this stream. I'm sorry this isn't NBA Jam Digital Wasteland. We're saving it. You know, we don't want to just jump in and do it. You know, when a game is that special and that important, yeah, it's got to be the right time, you know. And welcome to the stream, Digital Wasteland. What if they made a volleyball game with the Mario princesses and called it Super Princess Beach? I love it. I want to see a crossover between Dead and Alive and the Mario princesses. Or just Nintendo female characters. Put Zelda in there. Some other, I don't know, Zero Suit Samus. Some furry crap. I don't know. I'm glad you liked the joke, Tattoo Yoshi. I don't even really know where it came from exactly. I think that song was just like on my mind when I made the video or something. And I just kind of rolled with it. 100% speed run of Super Princess Peach is 6 hours. Actually surprised it's 6 hours. I think it seems like it'd be even shorter than that. It just strikes me as a short game. I don't know. Since it's just playing the game twice. Yeah, it's a pretty cool game. Would Toad be the ball if they played volleyball? I hope so. He deserves to be hit around, tossed around like that. So now we go back to Lake Hylia, and the game's like, okay, now we'll do the cinematic. Yeah, the morph ball. That'd work too. That'd be kind of heavy though. That'd be a little painful as well. I don't really know if that could work. Oh, sort of like the green stars. I didn't really get into the green stars much in Mario Galaxy 2. I remember when the green stars opened up, it was like, oh man, there's 120 more stars. And then I sat there for a minute and I thought, oh god, there's 120 more stars. Oh no. I did like a few of them and I was like, okay, so these are just like in really weird, awkward places. And then I just kind of stopped playing it. It's kind of a weird idea. Oh, yeah. Sometimes Nintendo does things and you're like, oh. Why? Like blue coins in Mario Sunshine. Like, why was that an idea? Let's see. Yeah, just padding, I guess. Want people to get that $50 worth or whatever. Wii games were $50, right? Not 60. How far are you into the game? I'm at Zora's Domain. I haven't gotten to Lord Jabu's belly yet, but pretty soon. I don't even know if I'll start that yet. I don't really feel like doing that, especially not Master Quest, because Jabu's belly's freaking odd in Master Quest. It's like he's got all these like cow heads on the walls and stuff. I don't understand it. It's very bizarre. Anyway, let's sort of get this heart piece maybe, and then end up not getting it because I'll go the wrong way because it's mirrored. See, I almost ran right off the edge. Sometimes they put a piranha plant in the game, you don't expect him to show up, yeah. There's a lot of things that happen, and I think I missed one of the... Oh, I done screwed it all up. I thought there might have been one I missed. Oh well. Let's see. All right, so here's the question of the stream. How many of you are excited for Byleth in Smash Brothers? Be honest. Be honest. It's okay. It's okay if you are. would like to know. That's the question of the stream. God, remember question of the day, God. That's some old Let's Play crap right there. All right, question of the day, guys. What game are you most looking forward to this year? Talk about that for like 7 minutes. God, I miss those old days. Let's just bring that back. I mean, why not? Why not have commentary like that now, you know? Oh, you're close to boy. Yeah. Pretty close to that. There he is himself. Look at him taking a dump. Let's see. So I just realized this game was mirrored after 20 minutes of watching you try to surmise what was wrong with it. Yeah, Master Quest is mirrored. And it's more enjoyable than you would think. It's just a stupid cosmetic thing. Like, it shouldn't make the game more enjoyable, but it just makes the game a little different enough to where it's just kind of interesting. At least to me, I don't know. You might play it and be like, this is stupid, I don't care. But for me, just to be like, oh, the house is on that side in this version. I kind of like it. I shouldn't, but I like stupid crap, so. Anyway. Let's see. The fucks is Byleth was my reaction. I haven't played Three Houses, so I absolutely don't care. When I first saw the name, I thought it was Byleth. I was really hoping for Phoenix Wright, and then my hopes were dashed into the ground at Mach 40. So, here's my question, Tachiyoshi. When that didn't happen, did you look at the stream and go, objection? Because if you were hoping for Phoenix Wright and you didn't get him, that's what you should have did. But as far as Phoenix Wright references go, that's about as much as you'll get from me, because that's about all I know. I'm trying to think of like heart pieces and stuff I can get. Guess I can get the one in Lost Woods, or I guess we'll do the boy. Go ahead and do that. What's up, Cool Legendary? How you doing, buddy? Now the stream's really gonna take off. You're just in time for the boy. Ho, this letter. Like, what did I do? Like, take the letter out of the bottle and like throw the paper at him from a distance? Let's see. Yeah, it seems like most people are kind of like, about Big Byleth. I was hoping for Owl from Link's Awakening, yeah. Yeah, I feel like people are more excited about the Cuphead me outfit than they are about Byleth. It's probably not good. That's the only reference, man, yeah. Haven't touched any Phoenix Wright games other than the original trilogy. Are there any ones that are worth going through? You have to ask my friend Electro Loveboat, but she is at work, sadly. She loves that series. So. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. You guys suck. I was really happy for Byleth. The second I saw Fire Emblem, the second I saw like an anime cinematic, I just like took my pants off. Lots of people are hoping for Big Gino. Yeah, well, we're gonna get Gino. Don't worry. He's coming. He's coming. I was hoping for Pink Gold Peach. I was hoping for Baby Waluigi. That's what I was hoping for. It's cool. We're doing pretty well. How you doing, Cool Legendary? What amazing anime movie did you see? Yeah, I think Cuphead would be a... Oh boy, here we go. I might as well just set the 3DS down. We're going to be here a while, guys. I'd like to see Gino. Just because, I mean, by getting Gino, we will very likely therefore get a Mario RPG themed stage. And it'll just be cool to see that game get a little bit more love, because, I mean, that game has a following. People love Mario RPG. And it just seems like Nintendo kind of... It's like they just kind of forgot about it. I don't know. They don't seem to really pay much attention to it. It's like, you know, little references occasionally, but it's never anything substantial. I don't know if it has to do with, like, Square or anything. I don't know what it is. But, would you have taken your pants off for baby Waluigi too? Well, seems a little inappropriate, but... possibly. I mean, it would get me pretty excited. Can you imagine if they did baby Waluigi and not actual Waluigi? Pretty great, actually. How you doing, Crystal Courses? Welcome to the stream. It's funny because he's fat, yeah. Can you imagine if there was a part in the game where, like, he, like, after the 7 years, he got even fatter? And you once again had to get him to move, and it took even longer. That'd be pretty great. Also, I don't have a fish, so I can't enter Jabu's belly. Not everyone can have the Etika Mewtwo reaction. I think I saw that mentioned. I think I saw that in a tweet or something. And thankfully, I had it set up to where the video was muted. Because I could just tell, like, oh, this is just going to be garbage. And forced. Like, no one's that freaking excited about Mewtwo. Like, give me a break. Like, come on. You know, look me in the eye and tell me you're that happy about freaking Mewtwo. I like Mewtwo. He's cool, but come on. There's no way. Alright. I was less excited than that reaction when friggin' Banjo was announced, okay? Give me a break. You're not that excited for Mewtwo, okay? Oh, double da. Sakurai's pretty good about, like, acknowledging memes and stuff on the internet, and let's see. Yeah. I'm actually Weathering with You. If you've seen the anime movie Your Name, you'll have. I haven't seen Your Name. I see it like recommended and stuff a lot to me, but yeah, I haven't seen it. That is Epona song. Yeah, it sounds like basically what the internet's turned into. Harsh, sadly. I'd like to see Dixie Kong, actually. I've said it before. I'll say it again. The Donkey Kong series, it belongs to Dixie, as far as I'm concerned. That is her series. It is not DK's. Dixie is in. She is more present in Donkey Kong games, in the Donkey Kong Country games, than DK is. They did the original Donkey Kong Country series, and they got to 2, and they said, you know what, screw DK. Let's just have Diddy, and let's add in this Dixie chick, not to be confused with the Dixie Chicks. And then they got to 3, and they said, okay, screw DK and Diddy. Let's have Dixie and then this stupid baby. And Tiny Kong is basically Dixie. I mean, honestly, just she has an extra ponytail. And you know, the different Kongs in DK64 are useful in their own ways, but if I had to pick which Kong I would say is maybe the most useful, it's probably Tiny, honestly, as far as just pure platforming goes. She's probably the most useful overall, and they seem to utilize her a lot for different things. Then they brought her back for Tropical Freeze, and she basically owns that game. She's basically better than Diddy, and she's certainly... Cranky's certainly not the better Kong to use in that game. So as far as I'm concerned, screw DK, call it Dixie Kong Country. And therefore, she should definitely be in Smash, because I'm glad we got K-Rool now, but I want some Dixie. She deserves the more recognition. Plus, when you get a fighter, you get an amiibo, and I want a Dixie amiibo. I kind of like closed Jabu Jabu actually. I like to see that tiny fairy from Kirby 64. That is a terrible idea, Harsh. You should be ashamed of yourself. Honestly, a Kong team that you can switch characters with, like Pokemon Trainer, would be pretty cool. Unless one of those is like Kitty, then I wouldn't mind Funky either. I mean, he's cool. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly it. I mean, she's quick and nimble when she needs to be. She can float through the air and climb up trees, you know? That climb up trees, that thing that no other Kong in the game can do. Yeah, and it seems like we're getting more non-Nintendo characters. I mean, most of the new ones we got were third party. I don't know if you guys know this, but in the original Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, there's a cameo in that game from Geno. And from what I've been told, in the 3DS version of Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, that Geno cameo is not in it. It was scrapped. And we also have a Geno amiibo, or not amiibo, that'd be great. We have a Geno Mii costume, and Geno was also a spirit on the spirit board. So, we might not get Geno, unfortunately. I'd like to see him, but I'd love to see a Mario RPG level. But I just don't know if it's going to happen. Signs are pointing more towards no. Whatever happened to Toadsworth, anyway? Screw Toad. Screw all of them. Alright? They all suck. Every last one of them. They're all lame. They all have crappy voices. They all suck. They just get in the way. I've had it. And I've had it with Nintendo's constant love for the toads. Like, stop liking toads so much. Yeah, he was in Sunshine, he was in Mario Party 7. Yeah, I feel like I've seen Toadsworth in other things too. He's probably like a referee in Mario Tennis or some crap. Now look at that cow head. An immediate cow head. An immediate rock. That's a good way to show you like the shape of things to come. The little cinematic of entering Jabba Jabba's belly. There's a giant boulder right at the entrance and 2 cow heads. Like, it pretty much shows you what the freaking place is going to be like. And you shoot the cow head and it opens the door. Like, what is this dungeon? What is this crap? Get out of here. This is stupid. I'm not doing this. Yeah, I think I do kind of remember Toadsworth being in Mario and Luigi. Well, they probably thought this is a dumb idea for a character and decided not to keep doing things with him. Yeah, the cow heads. It's all about the cow heads. Yeah, I'll probably go do some Happy Mask crap or something. So I'm not about to do that cow-ridden dungeon. We got the Chick-fil-A billboard. Eat more chicken. Eat more chicken. Oh, my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Everyone at Chick-fil-A is always like, oh, it's my pleasure. Must have been some hard liquor they had during that night. It could be. Very, like, experimental and weird. I mean, like, you have various assets. You know, you're given the opportunity to just change the dungeons. The assets are all there. So they're probably just messing around like crazy with the Master Quest dungeons. Like, what, we have all these assets here, what crap can we add to this dungeon? Alright, well, let's go through the files. Alright, well, we have Cowhead, so why don't we just throw that in here? Some Happy Mask crap. Yeah, I mean, why not, you know? Yeah, he claims to be our friend. I think Big Mido's over here. No, that's when we're an adult. Great, I'm not gonna know how to do this. Oh yeah, I can get this stupid like Deku stick update or upgrade or whatever. No? Yeah, I know that. Oh! See, I left him here. I left you here because I got Saria Song and I saved the game and exited. So I didn't leave the Sacred Forest Meadows, so now he was stuck here. And now that I've come back, best song in the game. Saria's, or Lost Woods. Or Saria Song, really? Yeah. Certainly a contender, I would say. Very catchy. Yeah, and the opportunity to kill Great Mido. Great. I don't have a shield. I do not have a shield. So let's buy all the things. Yay. I definitely need 30 Deku Nuts. Let's go! Let's go! Yeah. I always called the owl Hedwig. It's a better name. I mean, let's be frank. It's a better name. No, not the scared Forest Meadow. I didn't mean to go. No. Yeah, I always end up going the right way. I'm trying to leave. Hey, I came back. Link and Saria will be friends forever. We'll be friends forever. Alright, where's the kid backflipping? Good night, sir. See you at McDonald's. There you are. Alright, so check this out, guys. What you can do with this guy is he backflips for eternity. You take out your Ocarina, freeze him in midair. Watch this. Yep. Ha! Look at that. Isn't that like how silly that is? So silly. He's just upside down forever. Deku Nuts have a great effect against enemies that normally block your attacks. They're pretty useful. And with that, I never use them. Alright, so, let's see. What can I do? That is not progress. Forest folk shall not leave these woods. You know, here's what I think about that. Yeah, you guys can egg on your faces. Kid shall never leave these woods. You know what? I'm not a child anymore. Because I stopped a tree from having a... Oh, no, I didn't. Still died. Big died, actually. Oh, the pea hats. I forgot about the big pea hats. It's all about the pea hats. So you guys are welcome to bring about discussions about different things that aren't Zelda things, if you guys like. You can chat with me. You can chat among each other. You're welcome to generate discussion. Yeah. Yeah, I like talking to people. I like talking about things. I like looking at things and going, well, here are my thoughts. Well, here's what I think. My opinion is so important. Here's what I think, you guys. The Helping Hand Man, well, there are no Gigantamaxing Pokemon anywhere here, so I'm afraid they're nowhere. Goodbye for real? Are you leaving, Harsh? If so, good night and thanks for coming, but I can't tell if you're leaving or not. Don't leave, I need you. Big died, yeah. He did big die. He didn't just die. I mean, or a Deku Tree, he really died. That was a death. No! There are better Let's Players out there. Tell me about your thoughts on Rise. Dang it, no. No more. I've had it. And Rise of Skywalker is a perfect film, honestly. It's a perfect film. It's everything I ever wanted. Paper Mario is the best? Sticker Star or Color Splash? Well, I haven't played Color Splash, so. But you know what? Sticker Star is so good. Do I really need to? I don't know about you guys, but I like playing completely pointless video games. I like when I play games and it's like, you know, nothing you're doing matters. How about you go about a game and just use stickers? Oh look, it's sort of Miyamoto, but maybe not. They changed his hair in this version. Oh look, I had to go turn over to this side because it's the mirrored version. I do like the big like mask stationery in the middle there. It's like it's just this giant face going ah. Like that was an idea. Please read this sign for me. Oops. Well, you know what? No point in reading it now. I think Sticker Star was a fun game. Well, Roger, how does it feel to be the most wrong person that's ever lived? Look me in the eye, Roger, and tell me you had a good time with that game. Other than the fact that, oh my god, I sure love the world of Paper Mario. If you just love the charm of Paper Mario so darn much that you can just be in that world and have fun, then you might like Sticker Star. But that's about it. I play Color Splash here, which makes it better of the two since it didn't waste my time. Yeah. That's what Sticker Star is. It's a giant waste of time. Do a 4-hour stream on why Ocarina of Time is a masterpiece. That's it's too short. How about a 9-hour stream? The heck is up with YouTube's emojis? Yeah, they look kind of like Twinkie heads, and I don't know. I'm not a big fan of them. Why aren't they like thumb shaped? Why aren't they round? I thought about playing WoW Classic, but I know I just waste too much time in it. Yeah, don't do that. I don't want you suffering from like malnutrition. I don't want you like gaining weight again, Griff. Live Let's Play advice tips. Here's my Let's Play advice. Stream instead. That's it. That's what the series should have been. Honestly. I enjoyed making those little new Let's Play advice videos, but I just unfortunately just came way too late to the party. They just didn't prove to be very helpful videos because it's just like, who's this advice for anymore? Emojis peaked at MSN. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, MSN. That's a thing. Yeah, here's hoping for a Paper Mario game that goes back to the formula. And that's what everybody on the planet wants. I am curious. You know, I am curious if there's a living, breathing Paper Mario fan in the world who has played all 5 Paper Mario games and looks at the direction that the series is in now and is like, I'd rather they do this instead. I welcome this change over the partner system. Look at this drunk. No, not really. Seems strange that random drunk dudes are standing in the alley. Oh, this guy's really drunk. Good God. It's like 9 bottles behind him. What's wrong with loitering around all day? What are my thoughts on Malon? Malon is a solid character. I always thought this message was kind of strange. This door doesn't open. Oh, you mean people lock their doors? How odd. I needed a username for my new 2020 Let's Play channel. I disagree. Hashtag is an excellent name. Don't put a hat on top of another hat. Don't perfect perfection. I like Malon. I think she's a solid character. I think she's a enjoyable female character in Zelda. I think kind of like her cheerful attitude. I like the way she kind of handles the wrench. Romani is basically better. But that's mostly because they give her character more opportunity to be a better character, because they do more with her. Malon just kind of stands there for 7 years. But then again, most of the characters in this game stand here for 7 years. But I like her. I mean, can you not like Malon? I mean, she's so happy. She's so nice. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door is the best Paper Mario. I mean, I would say that's probably the universal consensus. I mean, I don't know if there's too many people who are gonna... I have known a couple of people who just straight up prefer the first game, and they're not as crazy about the second game. But as far as just rating the quality, I mean, it seems like just about everybody thinks that that's the best. I mean, that seems to be the quintessential Paper Mario experience. Like that is the template for what just about everybody wants to see again for the series. Palom and Porom from Final Fantasy IV as DLC characters. Dude, it's all about Cecil, okay? It's all about Cecil. I will not hear otherwise. Would you date Ganondorf? Unfortunately, I don't think the guy would have much time for me. He's a busy man. I mean, he's also surrounded by hot Gerudo women all the time, so what would he want with a loser like me? Yeah, it's funny. Just because he's there next to empty bottles doesn't mean he's drunk. I mean, I guess that could be true. He could just be homeless. Or he could just like bottles. Yeah, I mean, it seems like most people's favorites are the first two. There's a few people who like Super Paper Mario quite a bit. I thought Super Paper Mario was kind of a text-heavy, tedious piece of crap, and I didn't like it at all. I couldn't wait for that game to be over. I hated the ending of it. Everybody talks about the story in Paper Mario, Super Paper Mario being so soft. I'm just like, what story? There's story in this game. Also, the the low beeping health, which is awful in any game. I don't think I've found a worse example of it than the one in Super Paper Mario. The beeping when your health is low in that game is unforgivable. Like, somebody should have been fired for that. It is terrible. I mean, it's annoying no matter what, but good God. Like, it is the worst I have seen in any video game. I mean, I'm sort of Let's Playing right now, I guess. The worst areas in Thousand Year Door are definitely worse than the worst areas in 64. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Twilight Town has some interesting ideas, but there's that back and forth crap with the dupless and all that. It's a pretty long, boring back and forth journey, and then there's those like stupid, annoying flower things that you keep running into, and those stupid piranha plants that are very difficult to avoid keep popping up. And they also put you in a situation where you have no partners at one point, or you have like one partner, like Vivian, I think. And it's like, here you are with one partner or no partners, and here's 4 enemies. Like, yeah, yeah, I'm running from this. Yeah, and the X-Not Fortress, yeah, the stuff before that's, God, it's awful. Like, you go to that, like, that, army station place, and you just keep not being able to find the guy. Oh my God, it's so stupid. It is padding. It is complete padding. It is garbage. I mean, it's kind of funny. Like, at first, like, haha, you keep missing them, but I mean, it is just, they're doing nothing but just extending the time in that game. It's terrible. I'm actually trying to think of other low health beeping, and I can only think of Pokemon and Zelda. Yeah, I mean, those are 2 of the most notable ones. Some of the Mario games have it too. Like the 3D Mario games have them. Oh, well, I'm glad to be an inspiration. Very flattered to be an inspiration to you, Griff, because you are such an inspiration to me. Yeah, I didn't know Sith existed when I used to do crappy Let's Play videos as a 13-year-old. I'm sure they weren't that bad, but pretty much anything you make when you're 13 is probably garbage. I've absolutely played Breath of the Wild, Joshua. It's amazing. It is one of my favorite games ever. Yeah, Mario RPGs have them. Kingdom Hearts. Oh God, yeah. Well, I was talking earlier about how Kingdom Hearts is like my greatest example of a game I just keep not playing. And maybe I'll keep that tradition up now. And not bother with it. I don't have enough. I was gonna say let's try the terrible Bomb Chew game like once. Okay, I won't try the Bomb Chew game, but I'll look at her belly button. We'll do that. We'll look at her belly button. So how do you do that? Well, here's what you do. You roll. No, you don't talk to her. You roll and then you top C when you're right in front of the desk. No. You have to, like, not talk to her. This will happen. We're gonna make it happen. I keep talking to her instead. Well, maybe I can... No, talk there too. I want the belly button, damn it. Let's see, hold on. The inspiration was Dad Ty when he did the Starly only videos. Those classic Starly only runs. Who didn't go through a making crappy Let's Play phase, yeah. Hated the concept of Kingdom Hearts for a long time. Let's say the word the look-see. Patched, belly button patched. BB patched. No, it's there. It's there. I just keep talking to her by accident. Now there it is. See? Right there. It's there. Ha! There it is. Okay. I was hoping that would be the rest of the stream. ...2008 L-Plane did have standards, though, yeah. Not sure if 09 had standards, either. Oh, I do. I mean, I miss... I do miss it. Every now and then I watch some, some old classic Let's Play episodes, and I mean, it's just all the usual suspects in those old Let's Play videos are just... I mean, they're not great, but they're enjoyable for me. Like, people just... They're almost like 30 is like 1/3 of it talking about the game and 2/3 of it just talking about whatever frickin' crap was on your mind. Like just a shout out fest. You talk about the game for like a minute and a half. And then yeah, it's just like, so what's there to talk about? So I want to give a shout out to Meatball Sub 33. He just started his Let's Play of Bomberman 64. I haven't really watched it, but he was like, "Hey, can I get a shout out?" And he's got like 4 subscribers, so I'm gonna put a link in the description. Go ahead and check him out. So yeah, what's there to talk about? So the Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts demo came out today. I was playing it a little bit, and I gotta say, and then it takes me like 2 minutes to finally get back to what I was talking about. After 2 minutes, anyway. So yeah, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts demo. So I gotta say, I'm actually liking it. Yeah, it's more interactive now because of streams, but if you manage to get into Let's Playing now, I mean, there's a creative aspect to it that I feel like you just can't really achieve through Let's Playing or through streaming. As far, I mean, first of all, there's post-production. And I mean, you can do post-production as far as like a stream highlight or something like that. But there's a certain satisfaction to like really making something that you can't quite get from streaming. But the rate of return is maybe not enough to be really worthwhile for a lot of people anymore. Why didn't Sith become a voice actor? Maybe I did. maybe I'm going under an alias. I'm actually going under the alias Jim Cummings. I've been going under that alias for a long time now. You might have seen me. Might have seen my me in the credits of a few things. Oh yeah, go Camtasia, Cam Studio, Snagit, Unregistered Hypercam, Fraps, all that stuff. Anything that can put a watermark in your videos, those are the good old days. The webcam for sure. So many people did the webcams, and like even from the get-go, people were like, "No, don't do that." Like even way back in the day, like if I went to a video, like the second I saw it was a webcam or a camcorder let's play, I was like, "Nope, nope." Oh yeah, for sure, man. I miss Movie Maker, man. I loved Movie Maker. Movie Maker was awesome. I did so much with Movie Maker. I mean, I probably made like, good God, you know, I've probably made like 700 videos in Movie Maker, honestly. Because I know I did a 666 video special on my channel for the 666 video I did. I don't know if I quite made it to 1,000 videos, but let's play with the frame rate of a GIF, yeah, for sure. Okay. Super Skarm is like the only one who succeeded with camcorder let's plays. Yeah, I'd say Maryland is definitely a good example of someone who succeeded with camcorder, because I mean the videos he did, like you could, you know, there was no way to record DS back then. I mean, you had to use camcorder essentially, and he managed to actually have a really good camcorder for filming DS stuff. So he managed to get a good following from that. Give me tips about becoming a YouTuber. I mean, it's hard to it's hard to just read a question like that and just jump in and give an answer. Like I would have to know so much more as far as like what your interests are, what your inspirations are, what kind of videos you want to do. If you're a viewer of mine and you're coming to a stream, I assume maybe video game related stuff is more your cup of tea. Alright, let's give this guy a Pikachu head. Yeah, I mean emulators and screen recording software was just, I mean that was the way to go back in the day. Giving a bunch of shout outs, just talking about crap, talking about a movie you saw, I mean, and occasionally talking about the video game you're playing. Yeah, I imagine it was kind of poo-poo. It was probably in its infancy. Video games are mildly fun times, Stodge, I would say so. What's up, Stodge? How are you? If you're just coming to the stream, I've seen your name yet. Okay, so look, I've already rounded up your Kukos, okay. Sorry, but it's on you now, and you. It's on you. Well, it looks like he turned around. I'm going to make you turn around again. Oh yeah, the long intros for sure. That was another staple back then. Here's an intro that's a bit long, even though I only have an 11-minute time limit. Let me use like a different song every video that's like related to like some rock song that's sort of related to the video. It's like Green Day or some crap. Some movie maker text. It's all about the movie maker text. That like plain, boring Times New Roman white. It's, you know, the titles. Oh god, the titles back then. Part 13, Lagpalooza or something. Part 19, Shout Out Mountain. Because you go to a mountain in that video and you give a bunch of shout outs or something. Oh, I miss those days. What are my thoughts on Muto? What are my thoughts on Anju? Anju is a very, very, very resourceful woman. Manages to hang tough regardless of circumstances, such as her husband becoming like a dwarf and going missing. Does a good job managing a hotel. Keeps it nice and clean. Keeps things running smoothly. But not very good at managing her Kukos, which might be why she got out of doing that and went into the hotel business. I think she's a solid character overall. What are my thoughts on Muto? I think Muto needs to get his hands dirty a little bit and see how funny it is. He thinks it's so funny that the workers are just running around lollygagging. Well, you go out there and you work instead of just standing there and you see how it is. Can we go back to the Rickrolls? Yeah, miss the Rickrolls. Let's bring that meme back. Yeah, I mean, Slim Curry did that kind of early on. He did the camcorder stuff early on, but yeah, I think he really got his momentum when he switched to the capture cards. Yeah. Alright, give me this skull from a small child. Remember when Cephazon was a yeah. I remember Cephazon, yeah. He wasn't good. He just leached off of everybody else. Let me just interview people that are good, and well, I was one of them, so. What are your thoughts on today's world? It's okay. Can't speak on behalf of the world too much because I don't know the world. I know where I live. The world is only the news and the media's interpretation of it. All right, good night, buddy. Good night, Griff. Thanks for coming by. Good to have you here. Sorry, Star Wars was a little disappointing, but yeah, I'm sure you didn't hate it. We'll talk more soon. Good to hear from you, buddy. Have a good night, and have fun. Have fun doing things. Don't play WoW. Alright, have a good night, man. Yeah, I guess he marketed himself okay, but I mean, I feel like some of his marketing kind of just marketed itself, though. I mean, Today's world's okay. You just have to pay a little bit more attention to the good in it and realize that a lot of the bad in it is not the norm. It's easy to think it's the norm sometimes, but realistically, I know it's easy to think like, oh, everybody's an a-hole, but it's like, come on. You go out to the grocery store today. Yeah, night, buddy. Sleep well. See you next time. If you go out into the world today and you go to a grocery store, I think most people will be nice to you. You know, it's easy to be like, oh, everybody sucks. You know, everybody's rude. Like, look, the average person, go to a grocery store, the average person's not going to break you in line or tell you to hurry up or spit in your face or take your parking spot or not give you the right of way. Most people are going to be good to you. You just have to pay more attention to that. Let's save the game and let's go to the Lost Woods. Oh, the Onions doing a podcast? Oh boy. It's going to be hard to take that seriously. Alright, thanks for coming out, Harsh. Had a good time. I had a good time talking to you. And thanks for being a good sport and contributing. And we'll see you next time. Have fun. Enjoy work. Have a good night. Let's see. It was surreal to hear Big Up and CS talking together in the same video. Yeah, and I was in that video too. So yeah, it was a little interesting to throw us all together like that, I guess. Unfortunately, I don't think we really, jived together very well. It was a little one-on-one with, like, we didn't really interact with each other too much. But it was still fun. It was still interesting. What's up, Blood Ocean? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Good to hear from you. How are you enjoying your Nintendo Switch, Blood Ocean? I see you on there a lot. You're playing that Cities game or whatever. I know like nothing about that game, but man, you play that game a lot. You've put like 400 hours into it or something. City Skyline or whatever. Yep, and that's and that kind of behavior I would say pretty contagious. Cool Legendary. You keep spreading that, and it's gonna catch on to other people. I think. I have a Nintendo Switch. You do friend request. I'm not opposed to it. I just haven't really done it. That's all. I mean, I was kind of worried, like, if I made it public, I would get. I don't know. I just wasn't sure how many friend requests I would get, and then I didn't know if it would, how much it would like fill up my friend list and everything. And unfortunately, the Switch is kind of lacking as far as what you can even really do with your friends list. I mean, you can't voice chat, you can't message each other. So there's not, I can add people as a friend, but it's like there's just not a lot I can really do with them. I'm hoping they'll improve that, but Nintendo is notoriously not very good at that kind of stuff. I've just kind of, at this point, thrown my hands up in the air and have accepted that Nintendo just doesn't think online stuff is that important or something, because it's always like way at the bottom of their list of priorities. It's just who they are. I don't know what it is, but switch over to Breath of the Wild again. Yeah, you certainly put a lot of time into that game too. Even more than I did. I put like 300 hours into Breath of the Wild, and I think you put like 450 or something. It was pretty nuts. But I can certainly understand it. I mean, let's see. RYX. Alright, let's give you this mask. Alright, I think I'm going to... I think I'm going to do this and sell this and get my profit and all that, and I think I'm going to call that a night. Getting a little late over here. Starting to get a little tired. Some people stream for a pretty long time. Some people go like hours and hours into streaming, and man, I just can't do it. Like, I get kind of talked out. You know, I enjoy doing it, and I definitely love talking to people, but I get a little talked out. I should probably buy a Deku shield. But 703 hours into... That's a very specific number. 703 hours. That's a lot. I mean, that's a feat for sure. Friendless are kind of pointless except to see how many hours your friends spend playing X. Yeah, and that's about all I can really do with it. I mean, I like seeing what my friends are playing. Kind of keeping up with them, but sadly, there's not much else you can really do. You can play online, but you can't really message somebody and be like, hey, you want to play online? Grown up Nintendo. I've never seen Nintendo as a company like Blizzard, for example. They're always been offline. Yeah, I mean, great first party content's always been their priority. And it is great that it is their priority, but I do wish like their just simple console features and their online stuff got, you know, a little bit more priority. Just a little bit. Yeah, I went the wrong way again. Oh, that's why I know it's a 703. Okay. So I was thinking, like, man, that's a very specific number to know offhand. Yeah, the exploration is wonderful in Breath of the Wild. It's definitely one of the selling points of that game. An essential part of the conversation. Have you played Witcher 3 by chance, Blood Ocean? Just curious if you have, as far as... I'm just kind of wondering how that would pair up with your love for Breath of the Wild. Because they're both amazing games. They're both big and open world, and I think they're great for different reasons. But I myself have to give the edge to Witcher 3. It may be my favorite game of all time. It may be my new favorite game, honestly. Don't know if I want to stand on top of Mount Everest and be bold enough to claim that just yet, but I think it's very much a contender for it at this point. It's just completely taken over my life this past year. I haven't played any of the Witcher games. If you love Breath of the Wild, which you do, I would absolutely recommend Witcher 3. Because can understand if you don't want to get it on the Switch. I mean, it's full price, and it's definitely an inferior version. Playing that on like PC is definitely the way to go, but if you're willing to pay full price for it, and you're not so irate about the like performance drawbacks and stuff like that, and the portability aspect definitely appeals to you, then I would definitely recommend Witcher 3. It's fabulous. It's fabulous. I too would love to see Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD on the Switch. Don't know if they'll do it. A lot of gamepad crap in those games. Alright, let's get this Ace Ventura mask. Let's wear it and see what people say. Darksiders 2, I'm not really familiar with it. What's with the mask? Walking around mask all the time. Didn't your peers teach you any manners? Nah, don't have any. Don't have any. I'm busy. Look at the remake. Look how amazing that is. Look at that improvement. Look at that. He takes her and he lifts her just a little bit. Isn't that amazing? These great improvements that that this version has. Definitely the superior version of the game. This big beard guy here. A mask. When I was a kid. Okay. Any game that isn't 4K at 144 frames per second is literally unplayable for sure. Any game that isn't 12K is unplayable. Yeah, Link used to have parents. I mean, everybody used to have parents. Except, like, test tube babies or something. Alright, well, I'm going to be wrapping it up here. I'll talk with the chat just a little bit. I wear this hideous mask. Yeah, I'll probably check out The Witcher on Netflix a little bit. I've heard, like, it's okay. Most of the stuff I've heard is kind of lukewarm. And I'm not really familiar with the books, so I know it's more based on that than the video games. My opinion, Twilight Princess is the best Zelda game. I mean, it's very good. I can certainly see that as a worthy contender for best Zelda game. I have no idea what League of Legends is. I've never heard of it. Know nothing of it. Okay. So is the person in the potion shop a man or a woman? I still don't know. Oh, there's a potion shop that can make the ultimate medicine. Oh, that's the old hag. The old grandma. I think they added a few things in the remake here. I don't think this plant was here. This place is a ripoff, though. $200 for a fish. You can get all this stuff for free. This is garbage. $300 for rupee. For blue fire. Ever heard of the Legend of Zelda? I've never heard of things. I know none of the things. Yep, always good to have you, Cool Legendary. No problem. Happy to have you here. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I know I didn't really give a notice or anything. I'm going to try to make, like, Tuesday evenings or Thursday evenings a pretty regular thing. Oh, Jesus, Datai. What do you think you're doing? you think you're doing? Coming here right when I'm leaving. You can't do that. You cannot do that. You've got to be an avid participant. And I am winning, Grandma. Thank you. Alright, well. Hi, Datai. Well, where were you? Huh? Where were you 2 hours ago? I don't want to hear any excuses. I think you were even brought up. Yeah, that's right. Harsh was here, and he was like, hey, his Starly videos got me into making videos or something. So be happy. You're going to bed. Well, when you go to bed, smile and dream and be at peace knowing that your Starly videos were inspirations to many people. Okay, well, oh, plain D. Yeah, that's no excuse. Okay, I don't want to hear any of this. Watching me play a game is more important than you actively playing your own game. Alright, well, thanks for coming, everybody. I'm not going to ask for donations or anything like that, Joshua, but I appreciate it. I'm just not one of those guys, I'm afraid. If you want to, go ahead and give this a thumbs up. Remember to click that bell. Always love hearing from you guys. Definitely follow me on Instagram. Definitely follow me on Twitter. Definitely follow me on Spotify. Definitely follow me on SoundCloud. Making all kind of good beats these days. Always love hearing from you guys. Anyway, thanks for coming by, everybody. Stay tuned for more things. And I hate this game. Alright, good night, everybody.